So, how do hotels level up their guest communication without burning out their staff? And what if, just what if, a single tool could literally put the entire hotel experience right into a guest's pocket? Well, let's dive in and see how that's not just possible, but happening right now.
All right, before we get to the cool tech, we've got to understand the problem it's solving. So let's start with a scene that probably gives every hotel manager a little bit of a headache: the front desk.
So, what's the number one thing that just drags down your front desk stuff? It's not the big, complicated problems. Nope. It's that constant, never ending stream of the same simple questions over and over again. It creates lines and it just eats up so much valuable time.
I mean, you know the ones, right? What time does the pool close? What's the Wi-Fi password? Can I see the dinner menu? And look, these are totally fair questions from a guest's perspective. But having your awesome, highly trained staff just acting like a human FAQ machine all day, that's a huge drain on their time and honestly, on their morale.
Okay, so how do we break that cycle? How do you move away from that endless loop and create something that just feels, well, effortless and modern for everyone, both the guests and the staff? The answer is all about rethinking the guest experience from the ground up.
And this is where a solution like GuestChat.online comes in. So what is it? Think of it as a smart QR code-powered concierge that speaks any language. The idea is beautifully simple. Give your guests instant, perfect answers to their questions 24/7 right on their own phones. And the best part? No app to download. Zero friction.
And this concept it's really powerful. When a guest scans that simple QR code, they're not just getting a bit of info. No, you're basically handing them a digital key to the entire property. You are literally putting the hotel right in their pocket.
For the guest, this is just so easy. It's 3 steps. They scan the code, they ask whatever they want in their own language, and boom, they get an instant answer. That's it. No waiting in line, no language barriers, no feeling awkward about asking a silly question.
Think about what this does for their stay. It's a huge upgrade. No more lining up at reception. You get answers anytime, day or night. You can browse hotel services, check out menus, look at photos, even book a tour, all on your own time. The whole experience just becomes smoother and, honestly, way more personal.
Okay, a happy guest is awesome. We all want that. But what about the business side of things? Let's talk about how this actually makes the hotel run smarter and a whole lot more efficiently.
Well, when you put it side by side with the old way of doing things, the difference is pretty stark. Think about those printed in-room binders. Updating them is slow and costs money. With this, updates are instant and free. That binder is stuck in the room. This is in their pocket, anywhere. And maybe the biggest one of all, the language barrier just vanishes.
Just think about how nimble this makes your team. Let's say you change the happy hour special. In the old world, that's a whole process, right? With this, you make one quick change online and suddenly every single guest has that new info in seconds. And it gets better. This isn't just about answering questions. The system actually gives you these incredible insights. Every question asked gets collected as anonymous data. So it turns into this powerful listening post for management. You can see exactly what your guests are asking about, where they might be getting confused, and you can fix things before they become problems.
Okay, this all sounds really good in theory, but let's talk turkey. Let's get down to the numbers. What does this actually do for the bottom line? First up, efficiency. We're seeing hotels that use this kind of AI concierge slash those routine front desk questions by 30 to 40%. That's a huge number. What that really means is hundreds of staff hours saved every single month, and that's time they can now spend on creating those truly special high-touch moments for guests.
And then there's the money it makes, because you're making it so easy for guests to find out about, the spa or the restaurant or local tours. Hotels are seeing a bump of 20 to 25% in that extra revenue. It's basically like having a perfect salesperson on duty 24/7 who never takes a break.
So you're probably thinking, this must cost a fortune. But the investment is, well, it's tiny. We're talking about the cost of a cup of coffee a day. So when you put that tiny cost up against the massive savings in staff time and the brand new revenue it generates, the business case is, frankly, a no-brainer. So let's just sum up the money side of things here. You've got printing costs, gone, pretty much. Staff time, which used to be spent on boring FAQs, is now free for creating amazing guest experiences. And those extra sales from amenities get a real measurable kick. Long story short, this thing pays for itself and then some.
But, this is about more than just the immediate return on investment. This is really about making sure your hotel is ready for the future. It's about keeping up with what your guests are starting to expect.
Think about it. Your guests, especially the ones traveling internationally, are using AI on their phones all day, every day. Getting instant help for anything they need isn't some sci-fi novelty anymore. It's rapidly becoming the basic, standard expectation for any kind of modern service.
The best way to think about it is like Wi-Fi. Remember when Wi-Fi in a hotel was a cool bonus? Yeah. Now if a hotel doesn't have it, it just feels old and out of touch. Well, this kind of AI concierge is on that exact same path. It's going from nice to have to can't live without it real fast. So, really, it all boils down to this one question. The tech is here. Your guests' expectations are changing, and the financial payoff is crystal clear. The only thing left to ask is your hotel ready for what's coming next?